Welcome back to the series where I try to explain every element on the periodic table and show off what they are used for. In this video, and finally the last part of this series, we will go over the elements 91 to 118, from Protactinium to Oganesson, which are all radioactive. Starting with Protactinium, which unfortunately isn't very interesting. It is very rare, poisonous, and expensive, and only found in uranium ores. You need around 55,000 kilograms of ore and $500,000 just for 125 grams of this element, so it doesn't really have any uses. Next, we have the famous uranium, the king of nuclear power. Its radioactivity, which I did a separate video on, allows it to be used as a fuel source in fission nuclear reactors for tremendous amounts of energy. Other than nuclear energy and weapons, uranium can also be used to make shields against radiation and counterweights for aircrafts. Next, we have Neptunium, a mostly artificial element produced as a byproduct of the production of plutonium in nuclear reactors, though it can also be found in very small amounts in natural uranium. Its only use so far is in neutron detectors and mostly in research. Next, we have plutonium, the other king of nuclear power. It is commonly used in nuclear weapons, as even designating 1 kilogram of this element is equivalent to 10,000 tons of chemical explosives. Alongside uranium, plutonium is used for nuclear power as well, as commonly seen on spacecraft such as the Curiosity rover on Mars. And now for all the remaining elements, 95 to 118, all of them are never found in nature and only being human-made. Furthermore, most of them don't even have significant uses. So, we'll do a lightning round of how each of the remaining elements are made. Americium, named after America, where it was discovered, you bombard plutonium-239 with neutrons. Curium, named after Pierre and Marie Curie for their works in radioactivity, you bombard plutonium-239 with alpha particles. Berkelium, named after Berkeley, California, where it was discovered, you bombard Americium-241 with alpha particles. Californium, named after California, where it was discovered, you bombard Curium-242 with helium ions. Einsteinium, named after Albert Einstein, you combine 15 neutrons with uranium-238. Fermium, named after Enrico Fermi, creator of the world's first nuclear reactor, you combine 17 neutrons with uranium-238. Mendelevium, named after Dmitry Mendeleev, creator of the periodic table, you bombard Einsteinium-253 with helium ions. Nobelium, named after Alfred Nobel, creator of dynamite, you bombard Curium-246 with carbon-12. Lawrencium, named after Ernest O. Lawrence, creator of cyclotron, a particle accelerator commonly used, you bombarded Californium-252 with boron ions. Rutherfordium, named after Ernest Rutherford, the father of nuclear physics, you bombard plutonium-242 with neon-22 ions. Dubnium, named after Dubna, Russia, where it was discovered, you bombard Americium-243 with ions of neon-22. Seaborgium, named after Glenn Seaborg, discoverer of transuranium elements, which are any elements above the atomic number of 92, or uranium, you bombard Californium-249 with oxygen-18 ions. Bohrium, named after Niels Bohr, pioneer of quantum mechanics, you bombard Business-209 with chromium-54 ions. Hassium, named after Hessen, Germany, where it was discovered, you bombard Lead-208 with ion-58 ions. Meitnerium, named after Lise Meitner, discoverer of nuclear fission, you bombard Bismuth-209 with iron-58 ions. Darmstadtium, named after Darmstadt, Germany, where it was discovered, you bombard Lead-208 with nickel-62 ions. Roentgenium, named after Willem Röntgen, discoverer of X-rays, you bombard Bismuth-209 with nickel-64 ions. Copernicium, named after Nicholas Copernicus, theorizing that Earth revolves around the Sun, not the other way around, you bombard Lead-208 with zinc-70 ions. Nihonium, named after Nihon, which is Japanese for Japan, where it was discovered, you bombard Bismuth-209 with zinc-70 ions. Flerovium, named after Ferov Laboratory of Nuclear Reactions in Russia, where it was discovered, you bombard Plutonium-244 with calcium-48 ions. Moscovium, named after Moscow, the capital of Russia, the country where it was discovered, you bombard Americium-243 with calcium-48 ions. Livermorium, named after the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory in Russia, where it was discovered, you bombard Curium-248 with calcium-48 ions. Tennessine, named after the state of Tennessee, where it was discovered, you bombard Berkelium-249 with calcium-48 ions. And finally, Oganesson, named after Yuri Oganesson, researcher of super heavy elements, elephants with atomic numbers greater than 103, Lawrencium, you bombard Californium-249 with calcium-48 ions. And there we have it. That finally concludes the 10-part series of me explaining every element on a periodic table. If this gains enough traction, I'll be happy to do one long video summarizing every element explained. Again, all elements explained today here are radioactive, and that elements after 94, plutonium, are all human-made and have no uses outside of research. I hope that y'all have learned something interesting today. Thank you for watching, and stay hydrated.